How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Digimon Ghost Game episode review and recap. Today's episode is episode 51. We are now over the half-century mark. Is episode 51 entitled Headless. So before I get ahead of myself, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, be notified of more videos like this, and do leave me a comment down below. So, got my script over here, so let's go ahead and just get through this one, because I got some mixed feelings on it. So, we have a schoolgirl. This is actually someone that goes to Hiro school, and she's, I guess, she ate at a friend's house or something like that, but she's late getting home, and as she's making her way through the park after being, gently dropped off, it's foggy. Suddenly, there's a headless knight showing up, right? Headless ghost, literally a headless ghost in armor, asking, where's my head? And then another one's asking, and this one's a woman. First is a man, then it's a woman. And they had walked past her. Fully walked past her. This is dark purpley mist, but they have fully walked past her. She had her hand over her mouth, and then she goes, I don't know. And then shlink, there's a red line across her neck. Now, I'm waiting for her head to pop off, and it doesn't pop off. And I even wrote in my notes, they had passed you before you spoke. Why did you speak if they were already gone? All right, well, in the middle of the night, Gammamon wakes up, because what enters the room is Blacktailmon. Good job, Blacktailmon, Black Gatomon, already bringing up the viewership for this video. Hands a wrapped package, always wrapped in leaf, because I guess that's all they have in whatever digital FedEx Hiro's father goes to, and leaves back out. Gammon gets it, then falls right back asleep. The next day, it's the whole crew, and they're in a new digital upside down area that is just all clouds. It's buildings and then it's clouds, and Hiro's dad's like, look, you can run on it and all that. And checking in my notes, I wrote, Hiro, your dad is as shitty as Gong from Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, he is pretty bad. No reason for him going on this journey. Doesn't explain anything to his kid, and sends back all these Digimon that are pretty much messing up people's lives. Oh man, I don't like him. Anyway, they're all there, and he says he's happy to meet Kirishiro and Ruli. Here I talked about him in this letter. Now, for my subs was weird because they put Crimson Harvest title at the top. Other than that, and other than the data for, I think it was Witchmon at the end when we did the breakdown of the Digimon of the day, everything else was fine except for that. But let me know if you encountered that wherever you watched it. So, pardon me. He said he has a gift for everyone. And with the little sensors, apparently now, literally he was saying when you synchronize with Gammamon, but the translation said basically surmised that he was saying that you all synchronize with your Digimon via the sensors and the Digivices. So this thing he made, which he got some help from some other Digimon friends of his, I'm going to assume very smart Digimon like Bokumon, may he rest in digital peace, helped him with this program. Now, doesn't know if it'll help, but it doesn't hurt to try it, right? And he starts laughing, and Hiro cuts him off as he's laughing because he's embarrassed. And I would be embarrassed of a crappy dad like that as well. Just leaving his wife and kid. Yeah. Anywho, they're these little things they're putting inside that look like the dim chips. I think Heroes was red. I didn't see it, but I'm assuming it's red because there's yellow and blue, which is Ruli and Kirishiro. And now they're back after they got out of the digital upside down. They're at the same cafe from last episode. I guess this is the central point that will always come up. And she says, yeah, your school is famous once again, man. Looks like we're talking about Headless Ghost thing. And she asks if he thinks it's a Digimon, and he says he doesn't know. And in my notes, I also said it is literally always a Digimon. There is never a time when you guys have encountered something or read something in your lives since you've met Digimon that it has not been a Digimon. I'm just saying. Anywho, Kirishiro's like, well, I'm just gonna let you guys go ahead and handle that. I gotta go. And she accuses him of running off, and he's like, no, actually, he goes, no, but no, he has an important thing he has to do. Jellymon, who's been there the whole time, she, confirms, goes, yeah, they set him up in a luxury hotel. Yeah, so peace out. Middle finger to Ruli. I got stuff to do. Where am I at here? So back at not the mess hall, but I guess the cafeteria area, Hiro's talking to his friend. You remember his friend, the girl crazy one, very first episode, his soul was taking my clock, mom, that kid, right? And apparently the young girl's name doesn't really matter, but I wrote it down anyway. Her name was Himari. Himari her body's fine, but she won't wake up. Apparently, the neighbors that were around said there was a red line across her neck. And Hiro, while he's eating, he turns to Espimon, who's also eating with chopsticks, and asks him, is there a headless Digimon? And he's like, I don't know. I mean, how could you eat with no head? Which, I'm thinking to myself, why didn't you just have Espimon around when you read the letter from your dad? Like, you could have just been like, hey, this is proof that I'm the person you're looking for, you dumbass. But whatever. People have their heads up their butts in this show sometimes. And then, of course, his friend goes, hey, so that's another one of those holograms you got? And just, oh, no. Just ridiculous. Now we're getting so comfortable that we're just having them around. Just, forget the secrecy. We'll just have them around, right? And now there's another boy at the park who's from the same school. He got off the phone. He has a little ninja star trinket. They're showing us different parts of these people for a reason. So he puts the head down. Now it's the girl's voice that's coming through. He recognizes it. And the headless ones are coming out and they ask, wants to get, where's my head? My head. Trying to get a head. Glad I didn't say something else. And Purple Fog comes up. He's like, I don't know. Schling. Now he's down. Again, across country, across town, there's a Gatsumon, little rocky guy. He's walking down the street. A human leaves from a bar or a job. So he's like, oh, I'm late. I got to go. It's been late. I got to go home or whatever. Maybe he was doing karaoke. Gatsumon hides in the wall because he's in his little digital, you can kind of see me form, but I can still go through stuff. And the guy's confronted by the Headless Ghost, and his head gets chopped, and Gatsumon saw it all. So after the little commercial break, Jellymon's upset that they're at the luxury hotel, but they're not doing anything. They're not even going to the night pool. And Kirishiro is, of course, working. And he's like, well, you can go ahead. And, of course, in her leg form, she's in her full body form. She just goes through the floor. And now, he's on the 22nd floor, and he's wondering, why is there mist? Is there construction here? And here comes the ghosts. They're coming through, and he recognizes them. He's like, wait, I recognize you, boy with the ninja star thing. I recognize the girl, just like everybody recognized everybody else. And he says, I don't know where you're hit. Shing. He's typing on his phone as he said it. And then I just, in my notes, I'm like, Jellymon, what good are you? I get that the Digimon shouldn't be underneath their partners 24/7, but shouldn't they? Like, if there's a case going on, and it's like, there's a chance, like, this is maybe the 4th time this dude has been attacked because you decided to go and do something else. Why can't you have Tetsumon's attitude all the time? So now we're at the hospital. Gamamon's like, wake up, Kyo, wake up. Adorable and sad. Jellymon looks worried. She's like, he was like this when I came back. Red line across his neck. And she shows Hiro the last character he typed in his phone, which was the character for Head. Now, as we go through another commercial or another break, Hiro's walking out, and there's Gamamon, Clockmon, and the Gatsumon, and they describe to him what the creature looks like that had sliced down the person he saw. Black cape. Black armor, cape, spear, like the Doulahan. Now, you all, I have not I think it's funny that I didn't know what Digimon this was, and I still didn't. Unfortunately, I don't have a device that can show you what the Digimon looks like, but that's okay. You know what? I'm gonna start doing down in the description. I'm gonna put the Wikimon link for the Digimon. That's what I'm gonna do, because I'm going through a little construction right now with my setup, but don't worry. So anyway, like the Doulahan, Hiro recognizes the name, and so he runs off. He's calling Jellymon, asking him to get the number of a teacher named Oni, I think it's Okonogi Sensei. So runs off, gets the number. Oh, I missed a thing. I skipped a part. I actually think I did skip a part. I skipped a part. So for the teacher's name, before he did all this, he actually had gone to the classroom because everyone that was attacked was part of the history club except for Kirishiro. And the cops had already asked the teacher. The cop was there. And when he says, like, look, Headless Ghost thing ring any bells to you? And his eyes kind of got wide, and he's like, well, you know, something about the Doulahan. That's why this conversation seemed familiar. I was missing that in my notes, but good thing I remember that. So he's running, asking Jellymon to get the number from the phone. He got the number, but I guess the number let him get to the teacher's location. Because he gets to the teacher's house, was just sitting there with no TV on or nothing, knocking like, what do you want? He's like, tell me about the Doulahan, man. Tell me about the Headless Night stuff. And his eyes showed the whole thing. He's like, so you know who's doing this? And he's like, I found this helmet at a secondhand shop that I always go to. And as a matter of fact, when I first brought it in, Kirishiro was there because he had did a data program for the teacher because he asked him to. And I noticed something. I wrote in my notes. Why are there always anime teachers like this that know what's going on, but you're chicken shit and you won't do anything about it? Like, your students are being hospitalized. Take some responsibility here, or just don't be a teacher. Go be I was gonna say be a garbage man, but they make a lot of money, so you don't deserve that. Go be a vagrant or something. So he says he believes it's the helmet's fault. Hiro's gonna try to return it to the owner so there's no more casualties. So what we didn't see is that he told Hiro where it was in the classroom, but we do see him sitting on a step. The fall comes in. He recognizes Higuchi, aka Kirishiro's Headless Ghost, because he still has his arm wrapped. And we don't see him get got, but we know he got. And he finds the helmet. Angramon sees it and goes, that's the head of Dark Knightmon. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that Dark Knightmon. My favorite Digimon from Digimon Cross Wars. First time he showed up as a villain, but the next time he shows up again as a villain was in Digimon Adventure 2020 Reboot, when he actually happens to be Gatomon, one of the two Angels of Light that were helping the rebellion against the Dark Digimon and all that other stuff. Eventually, they're going to have to start showing Dark Knightmon as a not evil Digimon. Like, Nightmon and Dark Knightmon. I know is it Nightmon, the Dark Knightmon? Or is it Dark Skull? I can't remember the names. It's Dark Knightmon, who comes from Skull Knightmon, who it mixed with Deadly Axemon. Which, I love. This is actually my favorite Digimon from Cross Wars. Right up there with, actually, Zeke Greymon, then this guy. So, recognizes it. They come out of the room, and here's all the Headless Ghosts. They recognize every last one of them, and it's this giant purpley mist that finally solidifies into Dark Knightmon's body. And Hiro goes, look, we got your head here, we'll give it back, turn everybody back to normal. Jumps forward with the spear, stops everybody. Hiro doesn't move. He doesn't flinch. And because he doesn't flinch, he goes, very well. He's like, turn them back first. Cuts the ghost, which instantly puts everybody back in their bodies. Gets his head, puts his head on, reconnects and becomes digital like him. His eyes glow, which means he's finally connected. And then all of a sudden, which is funny, because when when Angramon first warned about Dark Knightmon, it would not stop at nothing to achieve its goals. I love that. So, As his head connects to his body, he's remembering everything that his head has gone through. A cat walked by it. It was thrown in the trash. Someone found it in a rice paddy and cleaned it and covered it off. And he got auctioned off. He was put on display. And he remembers it all. And he's getting further and further upset. And he starts crying bloody tears. And Konami, Castlevania. Well, anyway, starts crying bloody tears. And he's like, my honor as a knight was ruined by humans. I hate humans. I'm gonna get them. So he's getting ready to attack. New digital upside down clouds. Angramon to Simba Angramon. Gamamon to battle Gamamon. Now they're doing battle. And he wants to punish the humans for what he did. And he says Digimon that defend the humans should be punished and are guilty too. They attack sword blow and the tornado Kamehameha wave move. First of all, he nullified the fire, called it weak. The wind he was able to knock aside, and when they combined their attack, he said uses deadly axe to break through it, which knocked them both back into their rookie forms. And so he's ready to go in there and attack. And of course, Angramon goes Ruli run. I'm gonna do a little rant here. This is why I don't like Ruli or Angramon. This isn't like just caring, right? This isn't, oh no, our friends are trouble. No. First of all, your first thought was like, really run. You didn't say you guys run, because in other Digimon stuff, people have gone, you guys run. Or, maybe a Renamon would go, oh no, my partner run. If you have a deep connection, yeah, I've seen that before. And even then I would go, really? You can't just tell everybody run because you care about them all? No, this is my problem with Ruli. She only cares about her friends, her stupid girlfriends, when they get hurt, and then goes, yeah, free my friends. Oh, and everybody else. Then Angramon, you really just gonna go run Ruli? So F off Hiro. This is why he is not bonded with either Hiro or Kirishiro. But their Digimon are cool, and they actually bond with other people. Just putting it out there. So he said Dark Knight like, I'm gonna sever your heads for real this time. And Gamon's like, no, I can still fight, and I'm gonna protect everybody. Everyone's Digivices, including Kirishiro's, while he's in the hospital, they all glow and turn red, and they're bright. And we get Gamamon Warp Digivolve, Warp Evolution. And I said, are we going to see the Mega Form already? No, it wasn't the Mega Form. He went into Kano Weissmon. That's different, and I love it. And I like that it's not like Digimon Adventure 01, where it's like, oh, you see the middle forms in there. It's like, no, it's really a warp. We go from here, boom, I'm here. And they do battle, and it's an even clash. And he said, all right, you're stronger. I like this. So he does his Twin Lance attack, which gathers all this dark electricity and sends a blast at him. And now we get a new attack from Kano Weissmon, which was called Grand Nova. It's a fireball attack. Nova by Grand Nova. Shoots it. It clashes. It clashes so immensely that it knocks both Digimon back. And Dark Knightmon just starts laughing, and his, he has a little face on his chest. One of the antennas break off, and he says, "Wow, this." Oh, by the way, the animation for this was fantastic. So as he laughs, he says, "Well done. You know what? I yield." And in my mind, I'm like, this man could have murdered you all if he wanted to. If he really wanted to, he probably could. I 130% believe he could have beaten the Warp Evolution if he would have kept going. He probably would have got dinged up too, but what else were they going to do? So, anyway, he sits down and tells them what was going on. He's like, there was a digital gate that opened in front of me. As soon as I stick my head through, it closed just as quickly as it appeared, and that's what took my head off. And he said I had no choice but to use the people around that saw me to get to where I am now. And Ruli starts laughing. And Angramon tells her, that's rude. I'm like, yeah. Now I realize why I don't like you. You laugh because this dude became in a bad way and was dishonored that much. You think that's funny? Trash. Anyway. He says battling them has been a blessing. And by them, he's talking about Gamamon. Battling him has been a blessing. He's like, Gamamon, you got stronger because you were fighting for someone else. He's like, I have much to learn, and I'm going to go back to training. I will forgive the humans this time. And stupid ass Ruli asked, so you're not going to attack people anymore? Okay, fine. You want to get it in double writing? He's like, yeah, my honor as a knight. You have no honor because you laughed at him. Goof ass. Anyway, he's going to keep his word, and she gives him tape, this pink tape to, I guess, wrap up the thing that got broken. I don't know why he just can't just heal somewhere, but because you know damn well when we see him again, he's going to have the pink tape on him. You know he's going to have it. And now they've gone back. Now they meet up with Kirishiro. She tells him, yeah, even your ghost had a wrapped up arm. You're pretty spooky. And Jellymon wishes she could have seen it. And he freaks out and goes, no, I don't like the fact that I was a ghost. That is a natural reaction. I will not shit on him for having a natural reaction. That's not just a Shaggy from Scooby-Doo scary. That is that's pretty freaky and pretty messed up that I got almost killed. And now we have Angramon saying, one can lose their heads over debt or become head over heels. Just be sure to keep your head. A lot of head jokes. Also reminds me of feed your head. Feed your head. Anyway, Jellymon's trying to get Kirishiro to move, which she can't because he's still freaking out. Hiro looks at his new red Digivice, and Gamamon asks if that's an evolution. He's like, yeah, the Digivice had an evolution. Next up, apparently the new Vital Bracelets might have been there in the new endings the whole entire time, and I just wasn't paying attention to it. I mean, I hate to say that this is to promote toys, but you made a show. You made the Vital Bracelet first, and then you made the show around the Vital Bracelet. Now you got the Vital Bracelets too. It's whatever. I'm not that upset about that. Next time is going to be Mysterious Lake. It's going to be with Ruli and Capamons. I already know who Capamon are, and I'm happy that she's going to be terrorized because you deserve it because you laughed at someone's misfortune. They did do a breakdown of Dark Knightmon at the end. He's an ultimate level Digimon. Actually, I just pulled up his file here. Ultimate level. At first he was free. He goes between either free, virus, or none attribute. Where is... So the Digimon Encyclopedia says it's a fusion of Deadly Axemon and Skull Knightmon. We already know that. Who have exchanged cups of brotherhood. Dark Knightmon, who brings the older brother's ingenuity together with the younger brother's mobility, has become a first-class warrior. The skills of Dark Knightmon, who can use the twin spear, the name of his attack and his spear, it wills to thrust, slash, sweep, or throw as the situation calls for, are very advanced. And it is said that there are few people powerful enough to fight Dark Knightmon fairly. Oh wow, to fight him fairly to his face and defeat him. It's very true, actually. Very strong Digimon. While Dark Knightmon possesses that much competency, it will use any means to achieve its goals and will not hesitate to get its hands dirty. Sometimes it will even be willing to betray its own comrades. Ooh. Dark Knightmon, who is furnished in impeccable depth with merit, is an opponent that you don't want to turn into an enemy if you can help it. Very, very good Digimon. One of my favorites. I apologize for not being able to show you a picture, but link down there. I'm going to give this episode a 4 out of 5. And not because one of my favorites showed up. I actually like the idea that this guy, this Digimon, is like, oh, I'm try to go through here. And this mistake happened. This is literally the one moment where it's like, oh man, this Digimon could be ruining lives. But what he's doing is he wants his head. He wants to be whole. He wants to leave. It does actually seem like a misunderstanding. Unlike Dark Florizamon, who's like, hey, if you step out the fire, you die. His thing is like, no, I have control of this whole entire situation. Just give me back my damn head. Oh, you guys disrespected me the whole time. I can understand why he fought too. This is one of those instances where it's like, okay, I understand why you did the standstill. He's a noble Digimon who is very ferocious. Cool. I'm all right with that. The warp evolution from a rookie to an ultimate, I thoroughly like that. Which means that now, if the other Digimon are down and it's like, oh no, it's just Jellymon, warp evolution can happen. Even for shitty Angramon. Yeah, I called him that because Angramon and Ruli actually are starting to get on my nerves. They are literally the... I want to call them the Gabumon and Yamato, but I guess he really only did care about Matt and his brother, which is actually true. Yeah, they are. That is a connection there, because if you think about the Digimon Adventure, heck, you can even go to Digimon Adventure Reboot. Gabumon did want to help his friends and stuff, but it seemed like that one-track mind, I only care about you, I only care about you. There are other Digimon, kind of like Palmon, who were like, hey, we should help everybody. Piomon/Biomon had that really bad. But this is just a subjective thing. We all know that Tetismon is my favorite. I did see, the card game did show Gamamon's Mega Evolution. So hopefully we get to see everyone's Mega Evolutions. Looks like he's getting gun arms. So... definitely different. He won't be a copy of War Greymon, if people were worried about that. Look, man, I can't wait till we get to Megas. Can't wait till this actually gets a story. It won't, but regardless of such, it's a 4 out of 5 for me. Warp Evolution. That the animation for that fight was good. Dark Knight Mon's motivations make sense, and the overall episode. Yeah, it's a good spooky. It's a good spooky. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos such as this one. Please, 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 please listen to me when I say I appreciate each and every last one of you. Thank you for taking some time out to listen to me talk about fictitious digital monsters. Please be good, be blessed, wash those hands, take care of yourself. Be safe out there, please. Be good to yourself, be good to others. Either way it goes, please don't be a jerk. And remember, there's always someone who would rather speak to you today than be mourning you and missing you tomorrow. I guarantee someone out there cares for you. If you need someone to talk to, social medias are right down there. So, as always, guys, thank you. And I will most definitely see you next time. I try to have like a little quip when I sign off on here. Can't think of anything for Digimon yet, and we're 51 episodes in. If you got something funny I can say at the end of each of these things, leave a comment down below. As always, guys, I will definitely see you next time.